Good morning, good people. Listen, I want you to listen to this. I got a story that goes with this, but uh, the national anthem, man. This was Chris Stapleton at the
Chris
Super Bowl.
Stapleton.
Oh, sing, and you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular on her singing can't through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, that star-spangled banner yet wave. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
Man, give me the goosies, man. Okay? Let me tell you, I ended up at Waffle House this morning, and I sat down at the low bar, and sitting across from me at the other low bar was a elderly black gentleman. He had his Vietnam veterans hat on, all the pins, and I went up and thanked him for his service. And we struck up a conversation. And through that conversation, I was very humble because we got to talking about how freedom is not free. How freedom comes with a cost, and that cost is usually lives lost, lives changed forever, families destroyed, a lot of cost that comes with the freedoms that we enjoy today. And we take those for granted so much. We really do. He talked about when he came back from Vietnam, how people were throwing things at him and spitting at him and calling them baby killers, and all these things were going on. I man, that lights a fire under me, man, because you know what? We are so ignorant to things, right? And so, and here's what I mean by that. You can be mad at the reason we're in a war. You can be mad at the politics, the politicians, the president. You can be mad at whoever you want to be mad at because we're in a war. But who you don't need to be taking that out on are the people that volunteered to serve our country. And I know that during Vietnam there was a draft. Well, guess what? Every American boy born in this country, when they turn 18, goes and signs up for the draft, including me. I've got a number. You can look it up on Google. You can Google it. Put your information in there. Boom. You'll get your number if you signed up. But don't take your anger and your frustrations out on people who are over there serving our country, by all means. And then he talked about being exposed to Agent Orange and how they would drop that stuff out of planes and how it would make the leaves on the trees that it fell on just wither away and fall off. And they're underneath these trees out in the jungle. And how it gave him cancer. He's had cancer several times from it. But he's doing well now. But he's on up in the age, right? And he talks about PTSD and how he was so lucky that he was able to deal and conquer his PTSD, but a lot of people aren't. And when you see things like that, you can't unsee them ever. He told me he still sees some of that stuff from time to time. He's like, man, I get to thinking about some of that stuff sometimes. And every time I close my eyes, I see that. And it was humbling for me to be able to sit down and give him some time and show him some love, show him some appreciation. Because the fact is, the freedoms that we enjoy today are because of people like him. Not just in the Vietnam War, but before. We were talking way before. In history, all of our wars, right? All wars are about two things: money or religion. And I think about, I heard my Uncle Bert one time, he had this book, and it was full of pictures. And we still got that book. And it was full of pictures from World War II. And there's some like, the Betty Boop type cartoons that was big in that time. There's some of those in there, but there's a lot of pictures in there. And I'm not really going to share with you what is on those pictures, but I couldn't imagine seeing that person. And the freedoms we have today, and we so enjoy, they come with a cost, a huge cost. And I think the reason that we don't really realize that or actively show that we care about those costs are because we were born into a country and we already had freedom. We were born free. We don't know what it's like. Do you see any social media accounts from North Korea? No. That's because they're under a dictatorship. And people that volunteer to serve our country and fight these wars are the reason we don't speak another language now. Because the U.S. military is the most feared military in the world. And we should be lucky that we're the most feared military in the world, because if we wouldn't enjoy the freedoms that we have today. And so I say this in to shorten this video up a little bit. Be thankful and appreciative of the sacrifices that was made so that we have the freedoms that we do today. Because if those sacrifices were not made, you'd be speaking another language. You'd probably be speaking German. People don't want to talk about history. But history keeps us at bay. Okay? History keeps us at bay. We have to learn from history. And we have to learn not to make those same mistakes or let those things happen again. So that's where I'm at this morning. I got humbled up at the Waffle House. Come on. But I hope y'all have a great rest of your day.